Well, it's that time again when some of the year's best reads are making their debut here on Morning Live. And it really is just such a festive occasion. And we start fighting over who likes which book and who wants which book. And this is, of course, one that we really, really look forward to here on Morning Live for the festive season. And some of the most popular gifts to buy for your friends, those who love reading, is, of course, a book. From stories of power and politics to unforgettable biographies, and also some memoirs. And there's also adventures that celebrate the joys of life. Books, they, of course, do have the power to capture our imagination. And whatever book you mean to read and whatever it means to you, this year's reading list titles has something for everyone. From Deon Meyer's Skorpio, Kopano Matlwa's Bosadi, Prof. Bonang Mohale's book, Coming In From the Cold, Jeff Wicks's Shadow State, to Femhz's Damn Good Food. All of those here this morning. And of course, as usual, to tell us more about these books, we are joined here in studio by Shylock Matsunyane, who's the Deputy Manager of Exclusive Books in Rosebank. And it always is such a pleasure to have you, Shylock. Welcome once more.
It is such a great pleasure. It's like, you know, I start to feel like I'm now part of the team, eh?
You are part of the team.
And I must say good morning to you and good morning to the viewers as well, eh?
Indeed. And you know, this is a no-brainer. When it comes to the end of the year, we know Shylock's coming, and, you know, it is about just going through the list of books and, of course, which are the bestsellers and which ones people are really getting into. But, of course, if you're still trying to make up your mind as to which book you'd like to buy for which friend or family, Shylock is here.
We're here to help.
To help you decide on these books. All right, so I'm going to step down so that I can take a look at these and we can talk about them to Shylock. And Shylock, starting here on this end, John Grisham, The Widow.
It's a very interesting book. I mean, you speak to the fans of John Grisham. They tell you that, you know what, you can never go wrong with any of John Grisham's book. It's about a struggling lawyer, Simon Lech, who's also has a problem of alcohol, drugs, and going through a rough patch. And then a widow comes and claiming to have a fortune of $20 million US dollars for her to claim, and she needs Simon Lecher to help him. But at a later stage of the whole fracas, this lands Simon Lecher in trouble to a point that he has to answer for a case. It's interesting, gripping, and well written.
And it's amazing how John Grisham manages to, you know, stay with the same sort of genre, same elements, but able to still captivate the audience.
A master. He's a master in that. The legal field of writing, he takes it on. It's his area.
Indeed. All right, this one, Skorpio, Deon Meyer. Tell us about Skorpio.
Ek wens my Afrikaans was so suiwer. But if you allow me to say it in English, Skorpio, we back with Captain Grisel and Captain Cupido. They trying to find out of a friend's death in one of the farms in Stellenbosch, and whether to determine if it's an accidental death or death by design. Very interesting. Deon Meyer, who can falter him?
Indeed. And vuurwerke, they say, so fireworks in that one.
Exactly.
By Deon Meyer. Next to it here, Cursed Daughters. Oyinkan Braithwaite with this one, and the author also of the global bestseller, My Sister, the Serial Killer.
Yes.
The Serial Killer.
It's I love how she writes, and it's so interesting because here it's a generational case. Eniyi, who's the main protagonist in there, she has to juggle between the love of a life and a family case where she looks more like her aunt, and the suspicion is that she might also go through the same fate as well. And there's all that in between of do I walk away from family, or do I stay with my lover? And she's caught up in between. quite interesting. Everyone will love it, I know.
It really does sound one that I would like to get into. And then The Wish, Some Stories Live Forever by Heather Morris. She, of course, from the author of The Tattooist of Auschwitz.
Heather Morris here tells us of a dying teenager who's 15 years old, and her wish is to have a digital experience of her life. And she meets a guy, 29-year-old, who's a VR designer, and they start having that relationship, a friendship, and that develops into more than what the teenager wished for. And it has such a happy ending that at the end of it, you'll sit and just absorb and love it.
And then I'm going to take this one, Damn Good Food by Femhz. And I took it because I actually wanted to see if there are recipes and what they actually are. And yes, true to form, there are recipes. And it looks quite interesting because there you can see some of the ingredients going into the makai roti and paniwari bhaji. Yeah, it sounds great.
It has some interesting recipes there. I was just checking at it when it came out, and there's something in there. I'm just struggling to whether I know if it's a dessert or something. It's called a pavlova.
It's a dessert.
Oh, thank you. There we go. There we go. So you get it also in there. It's Femhz has such a following on social media. Homemade, easy mama's recipes that everyone is able to do, and with ingredients readily available in all the stores around. So it's easy to like pick a recipe, and I mean, we're in that time. It's December, it's festive. All the health shops and spas aside, please, let's just eat and eat and eat.
You know what? I'm so with you there. And incidentally, I opened the one where she's looking at samosas with 4 fillings. But the thing that caught my attention here is the actual samosa dough, or as we call it, the pur.
Yeah.
And how you actually fold that pur, because it has to be this very thin layer.
Yeah, very thin layer. And it's so amazing on how, like the picture there, the way you're seeing it. It's more like you're seeing the dough itself. It's
exactly.
Like, it's such beautiful pictures, and whoever did the pictures there, they knew what they were doing, and they brought out exactly what we wanted to see.
And very easy to follow these recipes.
Very easy recipes.
There you go.
Homemade mama's recipes.
That's why it's there. Damn Good Food by Femhz. And then at the back here, let me just push this one to the side. Bloei en Blom. 'n Viering van Afrikaans.
So interesting, so interesting. I mean, we knew of this book before it could even come out, because we started getting requests and people coming for it, and so typical of Nathaniel there. He has all the characters, all the celebrities, all the mainstream guys that you can think of that have made waves, especially from the Afrikaans community as well. And guess what, Sakina? Rian is there also.
Oh.
Rian Kruiwagen is also in the book there. So it has some beautiful characters that you'll want to read about and know about, from theater, from TV, to your ordinaries that are doing stage and plays. It's a good book, I must say. Eh? Coffee table, if you're thinking of a friend to give away a coffee table book, it makes a good coffee table book.
No, it certainly does. And just paging through it, I can see what the appeal is. Lovely, lovely coffee table book in Afrikaans here. Elsie Sediva sonder drama, Ballet's goddelike gymnas, all of those stories that you can actually sink your teeth into. And there's Toby Cronje, Geliefde Langeraad. So yeah, that's Bloei en Blom.
And stories that we know, hey?
Indeed, and just getting to see all of those well-known and well-loved characters a little bit close up.
Put all together in one.
Yeah, love it. All right, The Deal, Inside the Talks That Shaped South Africa's Future by Mandy Wiener.
We're catering also for our all serious and committed readers of our business. Mandy Winner here, she gives us the insight of how it came to where we are now regarding the GNU and who was talking to who negotiated on what, and how did they, all of them, strike the deal and decide on a government on national unity. It's interesting, and I remember when we did a roadshow with her where she said, you know, it was so interesting because she would sit and talk face to face with all these politicians. And when you sit with them, they come up as being such nice, loving characters that you end up looking and asking yourself, are we with the same people that we usually see on our screens?
Well, you probably are. So interesting one, that, and of course that was the history that we were privy to last year when that all happened.
Well, and worse, we didn't know what's going to happen, whether who's going to win and all that. And it all took us by surprise, but a few that know this game, they predicted that, yes, we will end up with a government of national unity.
All right, so that's the deal by Mandy Winner. Nosipo Shabalala, after the fires, unlocking the power of letting go. What's this one about?
She's a conversation strategist, and she works with a whole lot of corporates, big companies, and gives advice on strategy and leadership. And also, she brings it so simple that you get to a point where you have to accept that look, this is how far I went. This is where I need to allow others also to come in, and let me not hold to all and everything. And she's so interesting. She's so eloquent, and makes it so simple that you even the layman can understand what she talks about. I mean, strategy can be so complex and difficult, but she bears it so easily.
So I want to quickly rush through the remaining ones. The Heart's Invisible Furies, The Elements by John Boyne. Then we also have here Mother Mary Comes to Me. That's by Arundhati Roy. Tebe Kalafeng, Rooted and Rising.
Needs no introduction. We need to take our place, our culture, our heritage also. Africans, let's stand up and rise and be counted. That's Tebe.
And then this is one that looks like the sort of book that Lebo and I will tussle about, Kopano Matlwa, Bosadi. And she's already screaming from behind the screen there.
I can imagine, the author of Coconut, Spilled Milk, and if you've read any of those, you'll understand. She's a great writer, and with what we're going through with the GBVs and all that, it tells a story of Naledi who struggled in a marriage, goes through all this abuse, and then gets solace from a domestic worker who's a Zimbabwean, and they develop a friendship and a relationship that comforts Naledi, the main character in the book there. Yeah. Quite a gripping read. But one that you will love, and it moves so quickly, but it has so much in it that...
And that's what I love, you know, those nice, easy reads.
Yep.
Let's look at some for the younger people amongst us. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Party Pooper. Over 300 million books sold by Jeff Kinney here.
They never stop coming,
Oh, they don't,
They never stop coming.
This stood the test of time.
A wish of a birthday party and a surprise, and all want to see what the wish is there. And if it's wish, it will be fulfilled. But hey, wait for a surprise there.
And I tell you what I love about this. I always say, when it comes to reading and inculcating a habit of reading amongst children, it doesn't matter what they read.
Yep.
Just get them to read something.
Just get them to
hooked
read
on something.
And if you see Sakina in the diary there, kids also love seeing pictures and everything.
Yes.
So you've got like those easy, tiny drawings inside it that also gets the kids in the book.
And then this one, Ngu Tinatlope with Utogozani.
A great storyteller, Mama Tinamchope.
Oh, yeah, legendary.
Listen, you cannot have a December without Mama Tinamchope for the kids. More like Deon Meyer also in December. I mean, Tinamchope also has to be there. And it's a beautiful animal story that all the kids would love to read. And if you listen to how she tells her stories, she's intense. She gets into the story. She owns the story. You can tell that she loves what she's doing. The craft there, it's visible for everyone to see.
That sense of sitting around the fire and listening to Ukoko narrating that story. All right. And then, of course, we also have William Boyd, The Predicament. There's Zapiro. What else could go wrong? This was released a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then Oti Mabuse, Slow Burn. Also, this on the dance floor, they smoldering off it. They are on fire.
And remember, Oti Mabuse is a dancer and a judge of dance competition. And also she writes about these two characters that meet at an audition of a show called the Slow Burn. And surprisingly, the chemistry develops there. And they start having this relationship and ultimately being an item. Such a great read for our romance readers. And, you know, we pride ourselves in catering for all and all.
No, and you have certainly not disappointed. So, if you weren't sure, here is a selection, and of course many more if you go and visit Shylock at Exclusive Books in Rosebank. And thanks so much for always coming through. Like a kid in a candy store, like when the director was telling me we need to wrap.
I waited for that line where you're saying like a kid in a candy store. I love it. I love it. I love it, Sakina. Oh, I know everyone can see your face and how the jubilation when you see books.
I already have my eye on a few. And that, unfortunately, is all we have time for this morning. So take your pick, make your way to Exclusive Books. Shylock is at Rosebank. And, of course, we will be back tomorrow. Please take care. Be safe on the roads if you're traveling. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then.